This is it, the final boss, the BBEG. The party fights valiantly, using every trick and ability they've accumulated over weeks or months or even years of playing Dungeons and Dragons. Still, the enemy's too powerful, and in the end, they all died. Campaign over. Or is it? What if the party could respawn, try again? Like in the video game Dark Souls. With one magic item, they can. I'm Cobb, and I've been running and playing Dungeons and Dragons and dozens of other games, and writing my own games for over a decade now. Today, we're going to make a magic item that will allow a party of adventurers to fight, die, respawn, and then fight again. And be sure to stick around to the end, because I'm going to have a few tips and tricks you can use to make your whole campaign feel and play a lot more like the video game Dark Souls. And now, you know what time it is. Let's take it to the mat.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right?
In Dark Souls, whenever you die, you respawn at the bonfire you most recently rested at. When you respawn, your health and Estus flasks, essentially potions of healing, are refilled. Let's use this concept to create a magic item, loosely using the guidelines from the Dungeon Master's Guide. We'll call it the Bonfire of the Sacred Flame. It's a wondrous item, its rarity is legendary, and it requires attunement. To start, let's make it heal and essentially count as a long rest, even when just a short rest is spent by it. This glowing pile of charred bones and ancient weapons burns with the sacred flame. Those who rest for an hour within its light recover all of their hit points and hit dice, and any spells, traits, or class features that replenish after a short or long rest. The bonfire will also grant some potions of healing, similar to Estus flasks from Dark Souls, and will make the strength of the potions scale with the level of the PCs. Additionally, the flame grants you up to 5 potions of healing, the strength of which is dependent upon your level. If your level is from 1 to 5, they are regular healing, 6 through 10, greater healing, 11 through 15, superior healing, 16 through 20, supreme healing. Part of how we're balancing the item is making it require attunement, but we'll modify how attunement works a little bit by allowing multiple people to attune to the item at the same time. The PCs have attuned to the item, then they've gone off and gotten themselves killed. When they start their turn with 0 hit points, instead of making death saving throws as normal, they'll be revived at the bonfire, essentially as if both the teleport and revivify spell had been cast on them. It's a good idea to base the magical effects of your homebrewed magic items on already existing spells. In order to balance this magic item a little further, we're going to make it cursed. This affects how death saving throws work once you attune to the item. First, the good. Whenever you would start your turn with 0 hit points, you are instead returned to the bonfire with 1 hit point, as if both the teleport and revivify spells had been cast upon you. Upon returning, make a single death saving throw. Successes and failures accumulate until you are no longer attuned to the bonfire. And the bad. Curse. Attuning to the bonfire leaves a visible mark upon your flesh that looks like an active burn, which grows or shrinks each time you fail or succeed on a death saving throw. On your 3rd success, you become unattuned to the bonfire. On your 3rd failure, your soul is consumed by the sacred flame. Your bones, armor, and weapons are added to the pyre. Even though going hollow can't actually happen to you in Dark Souls, this mechanic kind of represents that risk. And that's pretty much it. Now for the bonus tips. If you want to make a Dark Souls themed campaign in 5th edition, you could try these out. Have all of your players play as Reborn, an undead lineage from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Scatter bonfires of the sacred flame around your campaign world. Use XP instead of milestone leveling, and have PCs lose the XP they've gained since their previous level when they die, unless they return to the site of their death to reclaim it. Lastly, have regular monsters and enemies also respawn when the players do. Alternatively, there is an official Dark Souls TTRPG based on and compatible with 5th edition, and several unofficial Souls-like TTRPGs that look pretty cool. Runekarn and From the Mud, both of which are based on the excellent and free game by Yokai Gal, Karn, and Grave, based on Ben Milton's Knave, which is about to kickstart a 2nd edition.
And may the Age of Fire perpetuate.
There you have it. Find a link to download the Bonfire of the Sacred Flame down below, as well as links to other D&D and Dark Souls stuff. Like if you like it, comment to tell me what you think, and subscribe for more. See you next time.